Thank you, Commissioners. I appreciate it. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed at the moment after all that. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just want to say that we heard some concerns with infill. We have taken that into consideration. In fact, the city itself is working on an infill development ordinance to try to incentivize infill within our community. As far as the feasibility study for the URA, I can't speak on that. I can say that it has been a little slow going because those parcels, we did not have water and sewer capacity, or water and sewer services, I should say, out there. And I think our city engineer can talk a little bit more about that, but I know since Farmway Village has put in some systems out there and stuff, that we do now have some water and sewer availability out there. Since the annexation of those properties along Highway 2026, we have seen significant interest in that urban renewal area. As mentioned, just in the last year, we've annexed, I can't remember what I said actually off the top of my head, but it was a lot of acreage in there just in 2025 in that urban renewal area. And we anticipate, as mentioned, our economic development director is working with several companies out there. I wish I could tell you who they are or where they're at, but we did just sign non-disclosure agreements at this time. But it's about 300 acres that they're looking at located out in that urban renewal area within the next 2 to 3, 4 years, I would say. I will let our city engineer Haley talk about what our sewer capacity concerns. I agree with the last testimony from Peaceful Valley Farms. I think there is room for more types of agriculture, and they can be within a city's impact area. There's a lot of opportunities. We do not, according to our code, disallow agricultural production or farming or anything in any of our zones. So people can still do that anywhere they're at. As far as retail leakage and services, yes, we do have a lot of retail leakage and services. That's the reason we see these corridors like Highway 2026 being very beneficial to the Caldwell community, but also to the surrounding county. If we can provide services in those areas along our boundaries that can serve not only the city, but can serve the county population as well, I think there's a benefit to both. And I think I'll pass it to Haley to just kind of address some of the infrastructure concerns.
Thank you, Ms. Collins. Yes, I know that there were comments and questions regarding water, sewer, roadways. I certainly hear and understand the concerns. Sometimes it's easy for me to forget. My head is in our master plans on a daily basis, and it's easy for me to forget that not everybody is aware of our master plans. I'll start with roads. We do have our Caldwell Area Transportation System Plan. We have created this plan in conjunction with neighboring districts and jurisdictions. From our CATS plan, we created our CIP and have instituted impact fees for our traffic. These impact fees allow us to receive money from new development that goes towards improving our roadways. It's very important for us to be able to receive these impact fees so that we can follow our capital improvement plan. We only receive those impact fees from new development that comes into Caldwell. And so it is that new development that is fixing a lot of our roadway systems. I know that when roads are constantly under construction, it doesn't feel like things are improving, but there's just a little bit of a time lapse to get to that improvement, and we're working towards it and have the vision. Similarly with water and sewer, we do have our master plans where we have evaluated the entirety, not just of the Caldwell limits, and not just of our planning area, but we've evaluated in some locations beyond that planning area, because we do think it's incredibly important to make sure that our infrastructure keeps up, not just in the next 5 years, but in the next 50 years. We want to make sure that we are well prepared as Caldwell continues to grow. And so We constantly monitor our capacity, both, at the sewer treatment plant, at all of our water wells, but then also in all of the pipes. So we recognize it's not just a matter of getting infrastructure out to an area, but actually having the capacity to provide service to that area. And I work with our consultants who monitor our master plans, again, almost on a daily basis.
Chairman, I'm still stuck on a little bit previous testimony. Is there any area of criteria that's been outlined in state code where you do not have a master plan driving that?
Commissioners, we have master plans for all the criteria that's listed in state code. So we have our comprehensive plan, which outlines the land uses. We have our transportation master plan. We have water, sewer, irrigation master plans. We also have bikes and pedestrian master plans, and we have parks and pathways master plans that encompass the entire area of impact.
Thank you for that. And then when was the last time you referenced sewer and water capacity? So as an engineer, you're here to say that the will serve for that capacity is there. When's the last time that your plan was evaluated? Or tell me how that looks projecting into the future. And maybe in tandem with that, you can tell us, I think Caldwell is the fastest growing city in Idaho, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, Commissioner. So for our water and sewer capacity, we have analyzed locations where we would like to see new wells drilled for our water capacity. We have our city broken up into different pressure zones, and so we monitor the various zones closely for our capacity. As new development comes online near locations where we know that we are master planned for a well, I will reach out to those developers and see if they will donate the property to us first, and then if they wish not to donate, then we work with them to purchase. Most often, when I tell a developer I need a well in this location to service your development, they're very willing to donate an acre to the city to be able to drill a future well. So we continue to procure property for wells as the development comes online to ensure that our capacity is continuing to be met. We are working on several well locations right now in a few of our zones to ensure that our capacities are properly met for new growth in the city. As far as our sewer, myself and the Public Works Director, as well as all of the Public Works staff, continue to work with our sewer department to ensure that our treatment plant will continue to grow in the correct manner. We're continuing to look at new technologies. Right now, we're looking at some biosolids, utilizing biosolids more so with our treatment of sewage. And so we're continuing to growing our plant, not just in the size, but also in the efficiency, so that we can continue to grow our capacity along with our city.
Thank you. And the answer to that question directly, when was the last time the capacity?
I'm sorry. Yes,
fine.
We typically look at our master plans every 5 years. I'm trying to think specifically when the. What year it was? I apologize.
No problem.
It was formally adopted last year in '24. I couldn't remember when that last adoption was. And we are continually monitoring those and updating our plans accordingly.
And the last question, Chairman, what I could say is that you've extended services that will be able to service your urban renewal area and the plans for development that you have in that area.
We currently have a water line extension to that area and a sewer line extension to that area. We are coordinating with a property owner on a new well in that area to continue to grow. And the sewer is there existing. So yes, we currently have the infrastructure in that location.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
I'm good, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. All right, thank you. Any closing comments, thoughts, staff?
Chairman, no.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Chairman, I think for sake of trying to get to the other 5 cities here, that we continue this. I mean,
Yes, I agree. Jen, do you have a point?